And I need to come in here and sort of thin out this corn. Planted these 3 rows right here. And then like a week later, I planted this little row right here. So right here, you can just see some little cornlings coming up. All these bees. You can see all these apricots that are still up here in this tree. They're all ready to go. We've harvested a full tree already over there. That one right there was really full. And we had 2 more back over there, one over there, and one over there. So what do you do when you got a lot of apricots? You got to cut them all up and you dry them. Got a bunch of dried ones more on the way here. You process it into juice. This is some canned juice. You just sort of, like you're making tomato juice. So there's quite a bit. We're harvesting a whole bunch of stuff. We've got carrots. Of course, we picked all of our garlic some time ago. And the corn here is doing really well. It's come in really thick. Looks like right down on this end. The potatoes are all ready to dig. Got some pumpkins coming in here. Somewhere in here, yeah. There's a and over here we've got squash and things growing. I think there probably would be some squash in here. We like to pick it when it's pretty young, but yep, there's some squash. To this garden, it's mainly tomatoes. We picked all of the garlic. It was right in through this area here. And you can see all the garlic coming in. This is buckwheat here. We've got a lot of tomatoes coming in, and cilantro or something up there. Got a bunch of them are turning red. We've been actually picking them and eating them. There's one that's ready. These guys down here are ready. All these are ready. Well, pretty close to being ready. And cherry tomatoes, got a lot of cherry tomatoes coming in. This one is good when it's orange. Good and sweet. Boy, that's good. Got a lot of tomatillos that are ready. I need to come out here and pick those. I've already harvested a bunch of them. Got the cabbages just now starting to head up a little bit. Around here, the cabbage isn't ready until late September. And down here we've got a bunch of, well, we've got some top pick beans here. You can see those big guys right there. Each bean is practically a meal. And here we've got a whole bunch of peppers. Bell peppers are doing really well. Bunch of beets over here, be ready in fall. These, that's an artichoke there. I've already cut off of that one over there. This one, I don't remember. That's at, is that the kohlrabi, I think, there? We've harvested a bunch of that already. And here we've got some little red peppers already. And these guys are looking good. This has got to be my favorite tree, just because I like these apples so much. These are Granny Smith, so I really like the sort of the tart and very crispy texture. Little crabapple tree. Whoop, crabapple tree. And we're not going to go through every single one of these trees. We'll run back and see how the grapes are doing. So this other corn plot is here. And this apricot tree also had a tremendous amount. There's quite a bit on the ground. Done a lot of picking off of it. And there's still a lot left on it. Super juicy. Didn't get a whole lot of cherries this year. I picked all the apples off of that. That's an early apple tree. The apples on it ripen like right about now. Actually, a little bit earlier than now. This tree had some problems. It's still alive. This big branch right here died, but this little branch right here is going to become the new central leader. Sally is showing the way. And this apple tree, it always does pretty well. Looks like some of the apples have showing signs of bugs crawling in them. So that may not be such a great harvest on that particular tree. This is a different kind of a tree here, a different apple tree. Pears are doing really well this year, got lots of pears. See them just all over. It's going to be a really good year for pears. This apricot tree, I think this is the first year I think I've had that tree for I don't know how many years. It's been a long time. I mean, you can see how big it is. So it's been, gosh, how many years have I had that thing? Maybe 5 or 6 years. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, this is the first year I've had apricots on it. First year I got it, there was just a couple of them. This year there were a good number of them, and they were gigantic. They were like the size of big peaches. And speaking of peaches, this little peach tree here lost a little branch right here. I think when I drove the Kubota under it or something, I broke off that branch. So, but it's got a good number of peaches. They're going to be ready here in a couple months. Just rained, so the water is all murky right now. And here are the grapes. So these grapes, we've got Grenache and Syrah, can't even say it. These here are the Grenache, and up there are the Syrahs. But we'll be getting a good number of clusters on these. So if all goes well this year, I'll be making a little bit of wine. I put in these top strings. So I don't know a lot about grapes, and I'm just sort of learning as I go. This one has a red one on it already. This is kind of a distressed one. It's gonna make it. You can see these new leaves coming out here, but I didn't realize it wasn't getting water, but it's getting water now. Taking off to Oregon for Memorial Day. Gonna go out into a couple of little lakes, do some canoeing.